Yeah, tonight's late model main event, 40 laps. We're going to start right at the back on row number 7. It is the 2D of Jeremy Davis. On the inside, Jeremy Davis will be the 55 of Kent Cam.
Row 6, Aaron Mullins and Eloy Bazan.
Here we go to row number 5. On the outside, Del McIntosh. On his inside, Joseph Reichmuth.
Row number 4, that would be Joey Brazil and Zachary Cook in that 18 car.
We go to row number 3 now. On the outside, Elliot Stayani. On his inside, it is Trevor Schlant.
Row number 2 is Hank Galswick Jr. That 28 car is looking really strong earlier today, and another car that's looked really strong the last few weeks. 75 car Lauren Papa Kuntz. I'll get this popcorn out of my mouth yet.
We'll go to the front row tonight. It's the cousins battling it out on the front row. It's the Herzog Construction number 11 on the outside. Of course, he was last week's winner in another Pro Late Model Series, getting his first win. That is Austin Herzog, and on the inside, leading him to the green tonight in that Herzog Roofing Crown Homes entry, shooting for 3 late model wins in a row. And that Van Dorn chassis car, that is Tyler Herzog.
Yep, and who's going to be more fired up, more ambitious? It is a club race, but who will want to get this victory? Green flag is the next flag. We will see the lights are out. Austin Herzog has got his big victory in the Nut Up Pro Late Model Series, but Tyler Herzog with 3 victories. Which one means more? We're going to find out right now. I'll bet you they are hammer down coming off turn 4 right now back, Andy.
The two cousins now bring it to the line. You'll see that start zone right there anytime now. And it's a great start. They are side by side. Lauren Kuntz didn't get such a good start. Goldswick gets a good start down the back. It's Austin Herzog just to the lead.
Austin Herzog on the outside, Tyler Herzog on the bottom. Our leader is the target. They get together. The one car of Tyler Herzog does not look that good through the middle of the corner. He's pushing up off the corner. Austin Herzog, big forward bite, just takes over the lead.
Yeah, it stretches it out by a Carling.
Turn one, we have Aaron Mullins spun around. He's still going. Green flag staying out. A little bit of grass flying everywhere, but the green flag stays out. We're still on the leader.
Look at this battle down here. You've got a whole bunch of cars in that battle. Back to the lead. It's Austin Herzog by about 2 car lengths over Tyler Herzog.
Off of turn 4, we're going to slide all the way back to the white number 20 car coming off turn 4 right now. We've got a very, very loose race car behind him in the 75 car. I think Papa Kuntz has got a tire going down, and that's going to be the battle right now. We're looking at the 75 car down the middle of the back straightaway.
Yeah, guys leading. That's still Austin Herzog, but Tyler Herzog has pulled up a little bit of that lead on him.
The black number 6 car is who we're on right now. Black number 6, Joseph Reichmuth. He is one of the fastest go-kart drivers you'll ever find in that black number 6 car. Let's see, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place in car number 6.
Yeah, number 6, Joseph Reichmuth, the former hobby stock racer at Madera Speedway. He's one of the drivers that stepped up. He has the stuntman, Del McIntosh, a long-time late model racer right behind him.
We're going to slide back 1 car to the 26 right behind Joseph. The white number 26 is our target right now, and that is Dale, the stuntman McIntosh, in 7th place.
Yeah, Dell going to come under pressure from Eloy Bazan in that La Commissary at number 43. You see him coming to the screen right now. He's closing in on the back of the stuntman, Del McIntosh. So Modesto's Eloy Bazan trying to find a way past these 2 cars.
Well, now we're going to jump all the way back to the leader, all the way back quickly. The leader, we've got a battle and hindering traffic right now. Lap number
that car is
7
Aaron
of
Mullins.
40.
Well, that car is Alan Mullins. The Herzog safely through. It's still Austin Herzog by about a car length from Tyler Herzog.
But what's happening? The 11th car of Austin Herzog is losing forward bite. The 1 car of Tyler Herzog is coming around. Better long run car. This is going to become very interesting the more green flag laps we run.
Yeah, if we continue green, Herzog, that is Tyler Herzog's won 2 of these, wants to win 3 in a row. But Kenny's cousin stop. A lot of sparks coming from that 11 car. Next car they will find is Jeremy Davis in the 2D car. Upstairs goes Austin Herzog to make that passing move.
Well, and a little bit crazy right there. Normally we like the lap down cars on the top. He went to the bottom, nice and smooth. That worked out. Still with the leader. Austin Herzog has got a back bumper and a mirror full of his cousin right now.
Yes, he does. That Crown Homes Herzog Roofing entry. The 2 black Herzog cars. Austin leading. Hungry for a local race win after coming off a TV win.
Best battle on the track still is our leader, Austin Herzog in the 11 car, leading the 1 car of Tyler Herzog. we go back, and there's other battles on the racetrack right now. Dale McIntosh and Joseph Reichmus, as they're getting it on back there right now for 6th place. But we're not going to pull off the sleep battle because the one car of Tyler Herzog is pulled almost up to the back bumper in the middle, 1 and 2. Again, I think the one car's a little better forward bite. Watch the 11 get loose right here. He settled it in, kind of just, he nursed it off the corner, but that's allowing the one car to make a run at him.
They drive down into turn 1. Kent Cam is the car that they lap. Everybody past Kent Cam.
Well, we've got the 2 car is very loose back in the pack. Aaron Mullins, the lap down car, is very loose again. 28 car of Schlunt. There, oh boy, this is ugly. We're going to go to the speed shot off the front straightaway right now. We'll let you see him coming right by the flag stand right there. The 28 car is Schlunt. We're going to go back up to the leaders right now. They're throwing down. We want you to see that yellow flag's out. Yellow flag's out. The
Zachary Cook.
It's Zachary Cook. That's right. Out back, Andy is turned around in turn 4, lap 15 of 40, and that, I hate to say I don't like yellows, but we probably need to take a breath. That was really intense. There's a lot of love in families, but when you've got a helmet on, you forget who is family, from my experience.
These guys haven't got to race a whole lot together yet, side by side in late models. So this is kind of the first time that they've really gone at it, maybe even for a race win. This may be the first time these two boats at it.
Josh says double up. Austin Herzog hits the top, says yes, sir. That beautiful flag waving on the back of Jim Dale's Dodge pickup. He's usually in the red Dodge. Today he's in the turquoise Dodge. But always a tribute off the back of our pace trucks is a flag. And look at Austin Herzog, Tyler Herzog tighten that front row. I'm going to show you how family seems to escape yourself when you take the green flag. I'm going to anticipate this restart's probably not as cozy as the original start. I bet this one gets busy.
I've got to give a quick shout out to the 28 Trevor Schlunt in 4th tonight. This is Trevor's first time back in a while and doing a great job as we get ready to go green.
Both 28s doing a good job in the second row. Front row's our target. Watch the start. Austin Herzog in the 11 car's our starter. Actually gets a nice jump, pulls a good shift. And we're going to watch the 1 car really close. The 1 car's absolutely our target. We're staying on the 1 right now because I think he's quick, but he could get a mirror full of that 28 of Trevor Schlunt, as you mentioned.
Yeah, Trevor Schlunt is in the orange and black 28, where Goldswick is in the white 28. Here we go, Austin Herzog picking up where he left off before this restart.
But what we're going to do, we're going to, off of turn 4, we're going to slide back to the 28, the orange 28, and the 5, the 41. What a battle right there. The 5 of Elliott Stanley a little bit loose, but the orange 28 is our target.
We had a car around in turn 4.
Turn 4 is car number 2 around. Turn 4,
Jeremy
right
Davis
in the middle. Kylie's going to swing her camera around real strong and pause right there. So we've got right here, it's going to be 1 to go. Out back, Andy, here we roll. 1 to go, everybody. We'll be on the front row, and we're going to be ready to slide back to that second row in a hurry. But right now, the restart's our target with the 211, or the 11 car and the 1 car, both of Herzog's, but cousins, not brothers.
Yeah, Austin continues with that outside. Why not? Because it's been working very, very well. I wouldn't want to give that up. It's been working perfect.
Here's a telltale how a race car driver tries to cheat starts or nudge them. Austin Herzog about ran over the pace truck. He's on the high side. He wants as much momentum as he can get to get good forward bite. And here we go right now. Good side-by-side start. Austin Herzog by a fender.
Yes, that was a great start from the Herzog cousins. Austin gets around the outside of Tyler this time, but not so easy as he's done before. Tyler comes back on the inside out of turn number 4, Kenny.
Door-to-door contact. Our target is for the lead. The 1 and the 11. The 1 car looks like he's cutting through the middle better. He actually makes a big run. That is our target. The number 1 car in the 11. This fight is not over yet out back, Andy.
No, it's not. Side by side, and they're going back and forth. 1 minute, the 11 gets a big slide out of turn number 4. And new race leader is Tyler Herzog, and Austin is muscling the back of that Crown Homes Herzog roofing entry, and that's his cousin. Imagine what he would do to another driver that wasn't a family member.
That's what I said. Brotherly love, cousin love, family love goes out. Again, the back end of the 1 car up off the ground a little bit. What a battle. I think it's a good move right now. We're staying with the 11 car because I think he can put pressure on the 1 car if he can stay with him and keep pace. I saw it earlier. The 11 car's a little loose. The 1 car's a better long-run car. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, of course, the 1 car has won 2 in a row here in our local races. He's saying, hey, cousin, you might have won a TV race, but this is my playground, the local races. You're going to have to try and beat me. And he's doing a great job. The 1 car of Tyler Herzog now starting to stretch the lead out over a couple of car lengths from his cousin, Austin Herzog.
Yep, Austin Herzog loose off of turn 2. We got a slide down the front straightaway. Eloy Bazan parks it in victory lane. Not the way you want to do it. That's lap 22, not 40. And the yellow flag is out again.
Tyler Herzog did not want to see that yellow. Did not want to see that. Black 28 of Trevor's Son. Row number 3 will be the Joey Brazil and Alex Stayani.
Lights are out, 1 to go. We're on the front row. It's going to be the 11 car that'll be our target. No matter what, he's either going to fight for the leader, he's going to have company on his back bumper. Tyler Herzog, the race leader, is taking the outside, and he's picking the pace up. That's a mistake right there out back, Andy. Big mistake. We may be screaming about the 11, the leader, here shortly because of that. Here we go.
Picking up the pace.
Oh, and he doesn't go. I'm surprised that the 11, the 1 got away with that not going.
Now you'll see our official down here will jump out and let these guys know it's side by side. Race Sands, the 1 is the car that sets the pace.
But he's got to go. He was at the box. I actually called that. That was on the 1 right there for not going. So that was on the 1 car for not going in the box. They got over there and he kept pulling back, didn't like it, and then pulled back. Front row's our target. 11 car comes through 3 and 4. The Herzog boys off the corner, toe to toe, perfect restart. Look at that, door to door.
Yeah, side by side restart. They drive down into turn 1, straighten up on the outside.
But like I said, it's the 11 car of Herzog we might be barking about. Like I said, talking about the 11 car, he's probably going to be the leader because of his more veteran experience, and he was able to pick that pace up, and now the 1 car that was the leader is 2nd place.
Yeah, Tyler not doing very well on the high line.
Car around it.
Yellow.
Yep, 21 car of Mullins goes around, then Eloy Bazan, the 43. The back of the pack cars around. The yellow comes out on lap 23.
We'll send the pace truck out to pick him up. Eloy Bazan, that large number 3 and number 43.
Yeah, Quan will get us a shot. We got that car going down the back straightaway. It caused the yellow. Every now and then they look like a ghost on these, but actually there was a car spun around, 2 of them over there. Now you've got another situation where Austin Herzog, does he take the bottom on this restart instead of giving away the top? They've each lost the lead from a bad pick on the racetrack.
That's an interesting point you make, Kenny. When you've lost the lead.
The 11 car lost the lead, taking the top. The 1 car lost the lead, taking the top.
The 1 hasn't been so good on the outside, that last little segment of racing.
Yeah.
So I believe that the 11 is going to pin him up there. Yep, that's what I would do anyways. The race.
Well, and I think what happened now, something's different here. The 11 car was able to keep the pace up, and there's you want to be pace truck speed. And I shouldn't say this again, but what we look for in the TV show, we don't want them fluctuating. Once that pace truck drops off, you hold that speed. But as a race car driver, I'll give you that side of it. You have an ability to kind of nudge the speeds forward or pull it back slightly. And I think if I'm Austin Herzog, I definitely nudge the speeds forward coming into that start box versus just slowing the thing down.
Yep.
Here we go out back, Andy. 1 to go. 1 to go. Pace truck's off. The target's at 11 and then 1. Lap 23 of 41. We're getting ready to go green right now this time by.
See how this works out for Tyler Herzog. He's pulling up alongside.
He's going to jump. He's going to jump. You can see it. He tries. Good start. He's got to roll in a big way on the outside. Austin Herzog takes him up the racetrack, takes up about half of the racetrack, and pulls away. Now, if I'm Tyler Herzog, be patient right here. You don't have to win it right now. You still got 16 to go this time. By look at the 11 car is loose. Don't even try right here. That's a mistake right there. Get on his back bumper and press him. Don't cut the corner off. The 1's got to open the corner up, do what you do best, roll the corner and put pressure on that 11 right now.
Certainly has. We haven't talked much about the battle behind him, but Hank Goldswick and Trevor Slunt, the both 28s, have had a good run. They have to be careful because Stayani is coming as well.
We're on the 1 car of Austin, actually Tyler Herzog. Now watch, Andy, what he needs to do here. He's driving in low. He's coming across the track. That's a mistake. Settle down. Open that entry right here. He's got to stay as wide as he can. That was a good corner. A little bit of craziness on the back straightaway. We had a car spun around, 360 spin, and they just kept right on going. We're going to slide back to the white 28 right now.
So
on
the leader is Austin Herzog from Tyler Herzog, the 28, Hank Goldswick Jr. Slant And rounding out our top 5 is Elliott Stayani.
Yep, another little wild ride by the number 2 car, a little bit of a slide drop, but we've got a big battle for third that we're staying with. The white 28 and orange 28 off at turn 4 right now.
Up front, it's pretty much gone single file for Austin Herzog and Tyler Herzog. So this battle for third. Hank Goldsworth Jr. can't slip up here because that 28 of Trevor Slunt, that Dennis Order repair car, is doing a great job tonight.
And right behind him,
loose.
Yep, getting loose, but you got the 5 of Stayani Brazil, and then Dale McIntosh and Zachary Cook back behind them. So very, very interesting battle developing way back. Austin Herzog off the start-finish line right now, lap 31. Tyler Herzog, Hank Galswick, then the 28 of Slunt, and rounding out the top 5 is Elliott Stayani.
Still on that battle with a lot of flames coming from that 28 car. That's the orange 28 of Slunt. They drive down into turn 3. The Galswick Racing, that new generation Camaro bodywork on that car. They look great, those new 5-star bodies.
Yep, and up the racetrack was Herzog coming off of turn 4. This time we're going to slide back 2 cars. The white number 5 off of turn 4. That's our 5th place car of Elliott Stayani coming to lap 32 right now.
8 laps remaining in this race. Laps are winding down now. And Herzog gets mixed up with a
We're going
car.
back to the leaders. The Herzog car hit the leader. Now the 1 car's right on him off of turn 4. Everybody's heading back to the leaders. We've got a battle for the lead. It looked like this race was over. Now you can throw a blanket on it.
Yeah, Austin Herzog made a mistake, got in the back of Jeremy Davis, and lost a ton of ground. That one of Tyler Herzog came thundering back. Has really opened this race up
Big mistake, though, by Tyler Herzog across. He's entering too low and too hard. He needs to settle down. He's trying to get to the bumper. He actually put the bumper to his cousin, and now we've got a little bit of room, but we've got lap cars up ahead of him out back, Andy.
Yes, they are. That's Joseph Reichman and Eloy Bazan with 5 to go at the line. 5 to go this time. It's the Herzog cousins doing a great job up front. And then looks like the 28 of Goldswick now is in a solid third. Here we go. Austin Herzog having a little trouble with the lap traffic tonight. Nearly got in the back of Reichman. Now gets to the inside of Eloy Bazan.
And it is getting busy at the back of the
There's only
pack.
4 to go. 3.5 laps at the back section now.
Yeah, it looks like they're rolling to 50 on us, Andy. It looks like they're rolling to 50. Normally these are 40s, but I didn't see the 5 to go by Josh, so I'm assuming we're going to 50 on this. The guys want to go longer. Oh, the 2 cars big loose.
Jeremy
Everybody
Davis
stacks up
all
again.
these cars out of turn number 4. Everybody going every which way.
Yep, that's a little bit of a squirrely situation, we'll call it. The leaders are still doing really well. We're going to slide off of turn 4 right now, clear over to turn 4. The 41 car coming start finish right now. Kylie's going to grab that up ahead of her, turn 1 right now to her right.
Yeah, Brazil now into the top 5 position. Looks like Elliott Stayani's got some damage on the front right-hand side of that car. And Del McIntosh, white flag.
White flag, Austin Herzog. Everybody's on our leader down the back straightaway. We'll freeze at the flag. You've got Austin Herzog in first place coming to lap 40. Austin Herzog beats his cousin, Tyler Herzog.
Then it'll be Hank Goldswick Jr. 4th, 3rd. Back to Trevor Slunt in 4th. And home in 5th place tonight, Joey Brazil and Del McIntosh gets past Elliott Stayani. And you go back to Zachary Cook. Wow, what a great late model race tonight. We'll head to victory lane.
Yep, Del McIntosh just nipped him right at the line. What an exciting finish right there. Outback Andy Foster going to head down to victory lane. Brian Herzog won an award 2015 for the Donut Award. It was actually for a lack of a donut on MAVTV. He came down after working so hard to get that first TV victory. Hit the front brakes, tried to do a donut, ended up out in the infield. Well, that's 2 weeks in a row. Austin Herzog is repaving that section of the racetrack for us. Team pushes the car back down to victory lane in all the smoke. The cloud clears. And 2 weeks in a row. Outback Andy Foster is going to be right down there in victory lane. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Work, live, play. 5150.
Ray Sands is about to climb out of this number 11 car tonight for his second career Madera late model win. Backing it up 2 weeks in a row with the TV win last week. Come on down here, Austin Herzog. Trophy on the hood of the car. Wow. What an absolute awesome set of burnouts tonight. You're getting used to that. 2 weeks in a row, you get to burn it down, but bit of a geyser going on. Car was pretty hot. That was a good battle tonight with your cousin Orman as well. So the Herzog family going out. He's won 2 in a row. You've stopped his run tonight. Congratulations on the big win.
Yeah, you know, I was looking forward for this race. I always wanted to run door to door with him. You know, it was like a dream come true for the family, and you know, it was so much fun running door to door with him. So hopefully we can do it again in the MAVTV race.
Yeah, we did say that on the telecast tonight. That's pretty much the first time you guys have really got to go out there and have a hit out and be side by side. So that must have been, like you say, a big thrill for you. I know you got a big smile on your face.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them. I'm glad they got that car figured out, and I hope they see him up front.
Hey, how about tonight for Austin Herzog getting the win tonight, beating his cousin, Tyler Herzog. Great win. Wow. Yeah, local Madera late models, Tyler Herzog. Unfortunately, the run stopped tonight, but it stopped at the expense of your cousin up there. And man, oh man, I know he had a big smile on his face. He's always wanted to run side by side with you. I know you got a smile as well. So fortunately, you didn't get the win, but you got to race some real good racing side by side with your cousin tonight.
Yeah, this definitely helps us out for the TV races. Definitely a learning experience, and it was fun running with my cousin. We were definitely battling door to door, and it was just all fun racing, and couldn't do it without my sponsors, Crown Homes, Herzog Roofing, and Van Dorn Racing Development.
As strange it would seem, you've been running the MSTs for quite a while, then you jump up into late models. Really, he has a little bit more experience than you coming through the junior ranks, so I'm sure you learned some things from him tonight.
Yeah, I learned some things, and we were just battling hard and getting ready for the TV show, and that's what it's about at these local races.
And another good points night for you now. That's 2 wins and a second in recent times.
Yep, and hopefully we'll do good for the rest of the year, and we'll just improve.
Tyler Herzog with a solid second place tonight. Happy that he got to race side by side with his cousin, Austin Herzog. Well, third place tonight, driving this new generation Camaro body car, Hank Goldsworth Jr. You had a good battle out there tonight with the other 28 of Trevor Slunt. He pushed you for a lot of the race. Towards the end, you got a bit of a break on him, but solid hit out for you guys tonight. Last time, unfortunately, you ended up on the hook last time, but this is a good solid hit out for you guys tonight, and making gains on this brand new 28 car.
Yep, I just got to thank my family for helping me put this back together in a couple weeks. So yeah, we really needed this run for kind of a confidence boost for us. So thanks, Seth, for helping me put the car back together. And I'd like to thank Turlock Feed and Livestock Supply and Heads by Steve. Man, if it wasn't for my family and friends out here, this wouldn't happen. So
hopefully we'll see you back in a couple of weeks for the Nut Up TV show.
Yep, maybe.
Hey, Hank Goldsworth Jr. with a very, very solid third place tonight. He is very, very happy here in Victory Lane.
to go right now out back, Andy. And on the front row tonight, fans, on the pole is Dave Campbell and Rich Cobb on the outside of row number 1.
Yeah, row number 2, you see Brian Collins on the inside and Darren Knight on the outside.
Row number 3 is Chris Price, the Dash for Cash winner. Outside of him is Cameron Austin.
Move to row number 4, Jason Philpott on the inside and Robbie, the kid Knittel on the outside.
Darren Sullivan is row number 5 on the inside with Randy Houston on the outside of Sullivan.
Row 6 on the inside, Keith Bloom Jr. And on his outside is Ian Elliott.
Row number 7, Sal Lopez, flanked on the outside by Donovan Cox.
And on row number 8, it's the 42-0 of Rick Avila.
And it looks like we'll be going 1 to go at the line. I believe it, yes, it is 1 to go. That is one of the most active flagmen in the country right now. You're going to see some action flying out of these flags. And it is 1 to go at the line where all of our cameras will be on that front row. The 55 car with that black car on the outside of him. And the pace truck pulls off the back straightaway out back, Andy. That American flag flying so beautifully. Let's see what kind of start Dave Campbell has in store for us tonight in this main event.
They're coming down to the Johnny Miskell green flag. In fact, they have a guest green flag waiver tonight for the North State Modifieds. And Dave Campbell on the inside. Cobb gets around the outside of Campbell coming out of turn 2.
Big drive on the outside with still on the front row. The 55 car looking on the inside, looking good, but it is going to get busy with Knight on the back. This time off of turn 4, we're going to stay with that second place battle. The 55 car and the 20 car of Knight coming forward. Right around the 55 car is where we're going to be staying for third place. It is getting busy back there.
Yeah, we're going three wide with Collins on the inside. Looked like Campbell was in the middle. Cameron Austin gets around the outside. We're still 3 wide down the back with Price, Knittel, and Campbell.
Well, our target car right now is that red 24 in 5th place. The red 24 in 5th place of Knittel. He is coming forward in that 24 car.
Yeah, Robbie Knittel jumps into the driver's seat of this fast Ferrari Farms car that used to be driven by Scott Winters. We've seen Scott win races here at Madera Speedway in the Modified Series.
We're going to have a battle. We're staying with a 24 car, but it's not going to be long. Knight's going to put some pressure on the leader, but we are staying with that 24 car. And look at that side-by-side battle just ahead of him. We'll be able to frame all 3 of those cars for you.
Yeah, Knittel is under pressure from Chris Price. Price looking the outside. We've got Cameron Austin still on the outside of Brian Collins. A good run going tonight for Brian Collins. He is in 3rd on the racetrack.
Yeah, we got a little flicker in the camera. Quan's going to try and stay away from that angle for us. We got a little 2x2 racing, not a little, a whole bunch from 2nd to 6th is 2x2. What a race. That second row's our target, the 82, or pardon me, the 02 and the 20.
Yeah, the 02 is Brian Collins. And that 20 car doing a great job, Darren Knight.
Collins has done a great job going past those. Almost up in the fence right there. The 20 of Knight comes up across the track. Now Knittel moves him up the racetrack, and we've got a big battle for 3rd.
Yes, we do. Knittel found a way past there.
Turn 1, Campbell worked. Yep, it's Campbell around. He went from the pole to around in 1 and kind of worked his way back through the field. There must be something wrong with that car right now.
Yeah, tough break for
Quan will get us an angle of it. Yeah, Quan's got an angle right there. I was going to say, he's down there. We assure you there's not a ghost down there. We can find a car that went around, caused that yellow.
Dave Campbell's been in the thick of things tonight. Dave Campbell is out of Sacramento. That's the Authority Heating and Air Craven Performance Rapstar Pro entry.
Going green this time by lap 7. Lap 7 going to 60. The front row's our target. This is going to be a battle. I think that 02 car is going to try and make a run to lead right now back, Andy.
Yes, I believe so. Rich Cobb now from the outside gets the run on Brian Collins, and here comes Cameron Austin now down the outside, the 7C of Cameron Austin. He is hard on it on the outside, trying to find a way around Collins. Wants to get that lead early for Cameron Austin. Like we said, he won last year, the 2018 Lucas Oil Horsepower Nationals winner, trying to get back-to-back wins here at Madera Speedway as Cobb continues to lead.
Yep, but you have got a tough competitor on the bottom side of that racetrack in Collins. He is really tough. He's fought him off, and look at Price making a run on the outside. I'm amazed at how locked down on the bottom of the racetrack they are. I would think the top side of the racetrack could come in a little bit better right now.
Yeah, you would think so, but I tell you what, there's not a lot up there tonight.
Well, talking about not a lot up there, we're going to slide back to third place. 51 car just made a move for third on the high side. The third place car of 51 is our target outside the racetrack right now in lap 11 of 60 is coming in a big way. We've got a lead battle right now as well, though. We're going to slide back to the lead battle. Collins is making a bid for the first place position.
Yeah, Brian Collins really doing a good job, the driver out of Camino. Really love this guy, long-time modified racer. And good to see Brian Collins up the front. But look at that 51 of Price. Price is on the move. Looks like the 7C of Austin has fallen back about 3 spots on the raceway. He's side by side back there. You see those 2 red cars of Knittel and Cameron Austin. But trouble for Brian Collins now, because here comes Chris Price. Dash winner sticks his nose up the inside the 02X.
Contact in the third row. That's Knittel in the 24 car, makes a little bit of contact and he's in a box up there. He can't move anywhere he wants to go, but it is 2x2. These guys are really putting on some fantastic racing tonight here at the Madera Speedway.
Trouble for the rest of the races now. Chris Price got to the front. Let's see if he can stretch that lead out. Won the dash tonight. Picked up $100 in the dash.
And I think you're going to see Knittel go to the front on the high side. He just found something. I saw it on entry. He was cut off right there by the third place competitor in that black car. Andy, who is that? Right there in third place.
That is Rich Cobb in third place.
Rich Cobb, all right. I didn't pick up the number when they were going down there. But that's
driver out of Klamath Falls, Oregon.
Yeah,
and he's under pressure from Robbie Knittel.
Knittel tried him on the high side, tried him on the low. You might see a little bit of action there. Maybe something go around on the racetrack. They're racing right there.
Knittel on the inside, pushes Cobb up high. Can Knittel get the position? Cameron Austin is backsliding. Cameron losing a bunch of positions. Was up to third at one stage.
Yep, we're going to slide back to third place. That battle with that red 25 car. Knittel coming through off of turn 4. We'll be able to see this. Big battle off of turn 4. Knittel moves to third position.
Yeah, the Ferrari Farms, that Wayne Ferrari car. Very, very fast with Scott Winters in it. We know how good Knittel is. Knittel knows this Madera Speedway track pretty good. He's a former champion here in the Twisted Tea Series, so he's doing a great job. Wow, there's action. One car just about into the wall coming out of turn 4. Looks like Johnny Miskell was getting sprayed with some of that white snow off of the wall.
Big battle right behind the 24 car. We're going to slide back one position. There's 3 cars piled in right there. The black number 16, the white number 15 of Philpott making a big move on the inside right now, trying to come forward to 4th place. So if you've got Philpott, Knittel in there, they can be tough players. We've got 40 laps left in this race, Pat.
Yeah, Cobb on the high side. You see Philpott down low. There's some great racing from our North State Modifieds tonight. They're really putting on a show here at Madera tonight.
Phenomenal. We've seen great racing all night. We've got a battle for second place. We're going to slide back forward to the red 24.
Yep. Knittel is through into second.
Big battle. Here comes Philpott. Made the hole, made it wide. Philpott's coming through. He's following in. What a battle right now. We're staying with the red 24 of Knittel. He may be able to run Price down here on a long run. We may end up sliding back here out back, Andy. We've got action. Oh, there's contact down there. They just tried to wreck in turn 1. That was backing Collins, and another car goes sliding sideways down the back straightaway. There's action all over this racetrack right now.
Yeah, we're going to continue on our way. Looks like Jason Philpott now. Jason Philpott is starting to stretch his legs a little right behind Robbie Knittel. So Philpott now has moved up to third. This is the guy we expect to charge hard. He is starting to close in on the leaders.
Yep, right now we've got Philpott off of turn 2. We're on the 24 car off of turn 4. We're actually going to slide back to the red number 7. Red number 7, white 02 off of turn 4 right now. That's Collins. And we'll pick that number 02 up right now in the 7. We'll show you a shot. We'll work our way back through the field here a little bit. There's a lot of racing going on back in the pack. It is getting busy now.
Yeah, Cameron Austin gets around Brian Collins. The next car there is the 21 car. Darren Sullivan out of Kelseyville is 5th in the North State points last year, so he's trying to pick up a position on that 02. And Cobb, who led this thing for a little bit in the 16 car, slid right back. Looking now, he's in 8th place on the racetrack as race leader continues up front. That is Chris Price.
Chris Price, that's right. He's our race leader. He's in turn 3. Everybody's going to the leader right now off of turn 4. He's coming off of turn 4. Black number 51 car, Chris Price, start finish line now. And we are all over that leader. The 24 car is running him down. Knittel has shrank that gap by about half of what it started, but he's got pressure coming from behind. Look at Philpott making a move.
Yeah, Robbie Cannell is bringing Philpott with him, and the 9 car as well. We saw this car in the dash show some pretty good pace. Third in the dash, Randy Houston. So Randy now is starting to make a charge up, and Randy's up to 4th place on the racetrack.
Halfway through lap 30, race fans. We're going to lap 31 right now. We've got more action back in the pack, but we're staying with the leader right now. This is going to be intense. Canedo keeps shrinking that lead. He's crawling in little by little.
Yeah, the lap car that they've all been passing out there out on the outside, that's the 02 of Cel Lopez, the other 02, not the 02X. Chris Price now, that lead went out to about a quarter of a track, and you can see now when we get down into turn 3, Canelo is right there within about 4 car lengths of Chris Price.
Yep, then up the hill, a different line is the 3rd place competitor of Philpott. Jason Philpott's running a completely different line, trying something. We've got some big battling going on back in the pack. This time we're going to slide back to the 3rd place car, black number 5, way up the racetrack right now. We're going to look at that line out back. Andy's running a completely different line. Watch this at Philpott. Watch what he's doing.
Yeah, that's the 15A of Jason Philpott, driver out of Sacramento. Philpott in the 15A out of Sacramento in that JawsGear.com A1 Advantage Asphalt, West Coast Supplies, Concrete Racing Engines, Donna Bailey, MTSX Graphic Snake Suspension, and Philpott family supporters supporting that 15A, and he is a very, very experienced North State modified racer.
Well, there's some intense racing going on up front. Would like to, or out back, I'm saying we should stay with that. I would like to, but we're going to stay with the leader. Next lap, we're going to crawl all the way back to the leader. We're about to have a battle for the lead. Lap 36 coming to 37 and 60 off of turn 4. It's the 51 cars who were on, and the 24 car right now is closing that gap out back, Andy.
Yes, he is, and Philpott's in there closing in on Philpott is Randy Houston in 4th. Chris Price able to hold it, about 3 car length lead on Robbie Cannell.
This could be an absolute barn burner of a finish the way this is laying out back, Andy. Coming to lap 39, they are really putting on a show tonight.
Yeah, Chris Price, it's a Sacramento racer up against the guy from Lodi. So Northern California racers going at it. This North State Modified main event, 60 laps, and we're already at about ready to click off 40 at the line this time.
Kind of stabilized at 4 car lengths, but you've got big trouble. You've got lap cars coming up ahead of them out back, Andy. What is going to happen? Look at Johnny looking over the lap cars. Flagman is saying, all right, we're looking good. We're going to have a battle for the lead here real quick, and it's going to happen in traffic.
Yes, it is, and they're going to come up to Dave Campbell, and Dave's trying to put a lap on the car as well. I think that that might be Cel Lopez that Dave's trying to put a lap on.
Contact right there. Smoke off the front of the Campbell car. He makes a big run on the outside and around.
Oh, no, Chris Price right over the back of that 02 of Cel Lopez. Hopefully there's no damage to that 51 car, but Chris Price rode right over the back of that 02 of Cel Lopez.
Yeah, our camera operators did a great job picking that spin up right there. That was intense and probably wasn't, I don't know, what was your take on it? It's easier to armchair it up here, but you had the 55 car on the outside. You're not competing. You didn't have the 24 that close. Maybe follow that 55 on the high side, maybe?
Yeah, I think Chris was certainly under pressure with the kid Robbie Cannell in that 24 car. Wow, Cel Lopez is out of Sacramento, the Valley Tire and Wheel entry. A lot of damage to the back of Cel Lopez's body of the 02 car.
One to go. Price on the pole. Outside is Cannell. What do we have here out back, Andy? Do you think Cannell drives this thing off a mile until he sees the lead or sees trouble? One of the two. What's your prediction here?
Well, the problem is for Chris Price, all the damage, you don't see any damage on the front bumper. It's all on the suspension where he rode over Cel Lopez. So the big question will be whether that car handles, and if it does, the 24 Robbie Cannell will get around the outside if that car is not handling. If it's handling, Chris Price will be able to hang tough with him, and Price doing a good job down the back. Oh, no, into the wall, hard in the wall.
Hard in the wall is Price.
I think that may have broken something, Kenny, before he got hooked up with that 24 car, because Chris Price, like I said, that's the first time that car's been up to speed.
Well, if you
since
look at the
that
marks
incident.
down the back straightaway, on the right side of the 24 car, it's all white walled, and it happened down the back straightaway where they got together. I'm not sure if Price gave him enough room, came up, or what you had right there, but all the way up, you look at the back straightaway wall, the 24 car's hard into the wall. Watch the right sides on the 24 car when he comes by.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the 24 of Robbie Cannell.
I think he's now wounded. Watch how hard he hit. It looked like he had it in there. Maybe Price didn't give him enough room. Maybe they tangled tires. Who knows? But look at the right side of the 24, and I think the rear end is bent on the 24 car. Look at that.
Yeah, it's definitely either a axle bend or the wheel is bent.
Yeah, maybe
on
it's
Robbie
just the
Cannell's
wheel
car.
where it's kind of pointing outward a little bit. This will be interesting. If you're the driver of the 9 car, you're grinning ear to ear right now.
We'll pick up the wrecker truck over there and not upturn. Nice ride over there. Well, Chris Price did have a nice ride going, but man, oh man, the dash winner ends up in the wall.
Yeah, it's a shame having a nice ride like that, and you end up just parking under the nice ride sign for a picture, and that's about as good as your night gets right now.
Sorry about your race car. It sure looks bent. Will you be here next week? And are we still friends? I really didn't mean it. It was a racing deal. I got a little too close. It got a little too real. Then you checked up in the corner and I tapped you in the rear. You went spinning somewhere and it's all so clear. There's a devil in your helmet. Who's on tonight?
Yes, 19 laps remaining as we get ready for the restart. Philpott on the inside, Houston on the outside. That's a pretty good restart for Jason Philpott, but I tell you what, good restart from Cameron Austin,
Really,
too.
look at the run on the outside right now for the 9 car. Big run on the outside. Going to take the lead, actually, if he gets the forward bite he's got right here. The high side did come in, so he gets snookered on the
New race
bottom.
leader, Randy Houston, goes to the lead.
Houston, and I think he needs to stay on the top. They're trying to run back to the bottom. If I'm Philpott and Houston goes to the lead, I go, or to the bottom, I go right to the top. I'll switch with him and take that. And you've got the 21 car of Knight coming forward on the top as well.
Yeah, you go back to third place, that's Cameron Austin. Around him is that 21A of Darren Sullivan out of Kelseyville.
Whoops, I said Knight. Wrong,
Yeah,
wrong
Darren
one.
Sullivan.
That. Yep.
Yep, the wrong Darren on that one.
Yep.
And Sullivan now running the high line, trying to get away past Cameron Austin. Cameron Austin is out of Santa Rosa.
We're going to slide
California.
back to third right now. Out back Andy off of turn 4. Red number 7. Big battle for third. Lap 45 right here. 15 laps to go. Big battle for third.
And I tell you what, right behind this battle for third place is the 02X. And that's Brian Collins out of Camino. He's hanging tough inside the top 5. Led this up front for a little bit early in the race.
Yep, that Darren Sullivan.
Spin down in turn 4. You saw that on camera, and I think
Big spin in turn 4, but they keep going. They keep the race
it's
going.
Dave Campbell,
Really
the
good
car
job.
that spun. Dave Campbell was the spinner.
We're staying with this third place battle. They're going to come through a lot of smoke right now. Wheel contact bouncing off of each other. Cameron's into the door. Oh, pinches him down. Big contact right there out back Andy, but they keep it rolling.
Yeah, Cameron Austin on the inside, the 21 Sullivan, the Kelseyville racer on the outside. This is a good battle for third place. And I tell you what, Randy Houston from Medford, Oregon, has pulled out about a 3-car lead on Jason Philpott. But look at this battle for third, Kenny. We're still side by
Juan will
side.
probably give us a speed shot here so we can see the leader coming by right there. Nice lead, but this is a war for third as we come to lap 49, 11 laps to go, and they are throwing down. Leaders in heavy traffic, makes a move to the bottom just ahead. Looks like he's going to clear it fine. We're staying with that third place battle.
We are staying with that battle because that's the really good battle on the racetrack between the 21 of Sullivan and Austin in that 7C. On the inside, they've got the 13 car that they're lapping.
Whoa.
That's Donovan Cox. Donovan Cox out of Kelseyville.
And just off screen back behind, I said night before, they are throwing down back there, pushing and shoving. The 0-1 car's going at it, but we are still up front right now, and there is action all over this racetrack.
Yeah, it's hard to pick where we put the cameras right now, but Randy Houston, it's all action up front, and there's a lot of action in that car as he's looking in the rearview mirror, seeing where that 15A is of Philpott.
We're going to go all the way back up front to the 9 car, the leader off at turn 4. He's got the lap car of the 55 of Campbell to deal with, but it's the 9 car right now with just 7 laps to go.
Yeah, Randy Houston, well, if he can take this victory tonight, this will be a sweet drive back to Medford, Oregon for Randy Houston.
Boy, they are getting it on in the back of the pack back here. Out back, Andy, big slide around they go. Turn 4.
There's a
16
spinner
car
down there.
goes all the way around in turn 4 as quickly as we can get a shot over there. We've got it. I just mentioned off camera about trying to stay on the monitor. They were really going at 16 car.
It's the 16 car, and that's Rich Cobb, who was up front for a little bit earlier on tonight, or 2, and that looks like that 15.142 is actually the fast lap of the race.
I'll tell you what, that's what lap was that on? I would guess it was probably about lap 47, 48.
48, yep.
That's when he took the lead on the high side. So
that's even better than Chris Price. Chris Price had a 15.276.
Here we go out back, Andy. Lights are out. We're on the leader. We've only got 6 laps to go. Single file. They're going to clean this thing up. They're stacking up at the back, trying to make a mess. But the 9 car, Houston, takes the lead. Big restart. Doesn't take the lead, just keeps the lead, drives off.
Yeah, and there's action right behind him, cars everywhere. Cameron Austin now trying to find a way past that 15. We're not sure if there's any damage to that 15.
We're going to slide back to 3rd place or 2nd place, the 2nd place battle right now. Philpott in the 7. They're getting busy. This is going to really hustle right here.
Yep, Philpott's having to go up the racetrack, and Cameron Austin trying to find a way to the inside. Philpott will need to get down here. I haven't seen Austin doing too much on the high line. He's been doing a lot down low. And Philpott, like you said, was pretty good on the high line earlier. Is doing a great job up there.
Very comfortable on the high line. We're going to stay with this 2nd place battle. Right now we're coming to lap 57. It'll be 3 laps to go in this great night of racing. And the big battle still for 2nd place. But it's Philpott that holds the position.
Darren Sullivan just outside this top 3 would love to try and displace either Cameron Austin or Jason Philpott. So you see the 21 coming into screen now, picking up some ground on that 7 and 15A.
What we're going to do, we're going to stay with the 2nd place battle and come in for the checkered flag. Quan will switch over to the lead cam and give you Houston's car that's got a little bit of a lead, but right now the battle is for 2nd place. All cameras there.
Yes, it is. Randy Houston out of Medford, Oregon. 1 lap to go. White flag is out.
Big white flag is out, and we've got a big battle. You'll see our switch happen over here in turn 4. We'll go to the leader, and all cameras will freeze at start-finish line. We've got a big battle for 3rd, but it is going to be
Randy Houston takes the win from Jason Philpott, Cameron Austin, Brian Collins. They're showing in 5th, Darren Sullivan 4th, Darren 9th. You go back to Ian Elliott, Robbie Canill in 8th, Rich Cobb, Keith Bloom, Dave Campbell, Rick Avila, Donovan Cox, Chris Price, and Sol Lopez rounds out the field of North State Modifieds, which was a great race. I'll head to victory lane.
All right, great racing, race fans. Great night of racing action here between the club racing, the local racing, the everything that we had, the hobby stocks, and then a big finish right here, which we can be very proud of what kind of racing the Speedway produces. If you ever get a chance, make it out to the Madera Speedway. Visit racemadera.com for more information about our entire schedule. Check us out on MAVTV when we get back from this commercial break. Out back, Andy, we'll be in victory lane to talk to a very excited winner.
Live, play 5150.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
Tonight's winner for Protect the Harvest North State Modifieds, all the way from Medford, Oregon tonight, Randy Houston, and that Rainbow Pellet Stoves entry. Wow, wow, wow. Things opened up with the leaders crashing down in back section of the racetrack. Man, oh man, that outside pass you made on Philpott was pretty sweet. We were talking about it, what would happen once the restart came, but they went single file. And man, that was a really good restart. Got off the line well and kept this thing out front and bring home the win in North State Modifieds.
Yeah, really happy for tonight. You know, we thought in the middle of that race we were in trouble because I got down on the bottom and we started going backwards, and we were hoping for a caution so I could get to the outside again, and it worked out really well. You know, it sucks for Price because he had a better car and he probably would have won this thing, but you know, this is how it goes. Jason and I had a great race. You know, we've been racing together for feels like ever, probably 20 years now, 15 years, something like that. Always raced pretty clean. This was a little rough tonight, but I think we just both gentlemen, and this is how it works. So,
Randy Houston tonight getting the big win in the North State Modifieds, and hopefully we'll see you back here later in the season too, Randy.
Yeah, we'll come back when it's real warm.
Yeah, that'll be a great race for the North State Modifieds. Great win tonight for Medford, Oregon's Randy Houston. Second place tonight goes to Jason Philpott, Sacramento racer. You certainly know this Madera racetrack really, really well. Man, oh man, you're in a whole lot of action going on there tonight. Seemed like all race long you had races going around you. Great second place, Randy, just too fast on the outside when he got you there.
Yeah, I think tonight the outside groove was probably where to go, but a lot of people wanted it, so it was hard to get there. I can't thank my crew enough for working hard in the off season to come here and finish second. I mean, it's first loser, but I mean, it's a great way to start the season.
Hey, that was a great save down there too. You propped that car sideways at one time tonight. It looked like maybe you were going to go from third way back, but that was a great save.
Yeah, Randy and I made some contact, just hard racing, and I thought I was going around. I'm glad that the yellow came out, kind of saved it a little bit, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't go around.
Second place tonight, Jason Philpott. We'll see him here at Madera Speedway when it gets a little warmer mid-year. Third place tonight in the North State Modifieds goes to the former legends of the Pacific racer, Cameron Austin. Hey, great job tonight, got home third, and you're a driver too that kind of went up the field a bit and then dropped back for a while, but managed to race your way back to third. So I'm pretty sure you're happy with that, and it's a better run than you were here last time.
Yeah, it's definitely glad the car's in one piece. We did good. Car wasn't quite perfect like we wanted to, but we got a good finish out of it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Good points tonight, though, for the North State Modifieds. You third points tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a good points night. Good debut for the season. Happy to have all my sponsors, my mom, my dad, my grandpa. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be able to do it. We'll see you back when the track's a little hot and sticky later in the year. Oh, definitely. I'll be back. Cameron Austin tonight, a solid third place tonight for Cameron Austin.
5150 Energy Drink is the choice for those with a passion for life and a thirst to match. There are many obstacles in life that keep people from pursuing their dreams. But when you're 5150, you're able to use those hardships as motivation to push yourself. With the right mindset, anyone can achieve greatness, and 5150 can help get you there, offering much more than just a boost of energy. Our ingredients are carefully selected because of their health benefits. So not only does 5150 taste great, it also provides the body with the nutrients it needs to stay hydrated and energized. Our mission to provide a quality product is matched only by our commitment to making the world a better place. In partnership with the Carlos Vieira Foundation, efforts are made year-round to help the less fortunate. In fact, a portion of every can sold goes toward helping families that are living with autism. And at the heart of it all is passion. The passion to live life to its fullest, to chase your dreams, and to help others. Are you 5150?
Okay, it's going to be 3 to go at the line right there. Race fans, we come back around. It'll be 2 to go. And Outback Andy, what do we got? It's Rodney Tripp on the front row and Tristan Hansen on the outside front row in that 22 car.
Yeah, row 2's the Stearns family, Michaela in the 20 and JoJo Stearns in the 6 car.
Good to see Stearns down. Good competitor from Stockton. Yeah, and row number 3 is Steve Schimmerhorn, last year's track champion. Outside of Schimmerhorn is Chuck Dozier, and Chuck is always tough at this racetrack.
Yes, he is. Row number 4, a couple of veteran racers. The 7 of Richard Herzog in that Herzog construction entry. And a big welcome back to the driver of the number 41, Ho-Ho Howard Holden.
Richard Herzog and Howard Holden, 2 tough competitors back there in that final row. We've got Chuck Aguirre in that car we talked about before. If you see any marks up there in turn 1, that was Chuck Aguirre that put those marks to the wall big time in turn 1. When we come back around, we'll show that to you. Richard Herzog, he was actually joking out back, Andy. He wanted to go 100 laps. All the kids were wanting to cut this 50-lapper to 40. Richard Herzog said, heck, I'm 80 years old. Let's do 100.
Yeah, Richard, he's doing a good job in the 7 car. Last race out, they had here at Madera. Unfortunately, broke the rear end in that car. And they were super fast before that happened. Started tonight, Johnny Miskell.
Look
Johnny
right there. We've got, look at the marks right there going up into turn 1. Those are from Chuck Aguirre earlier. And it looks like if we get a little glitch in the camera off of that flag stand, it's pointing at Johnny. It looks like we got a little hiccup in that camera again. We're trying something new. For our MAVTV show, it looks like we've got a little bug in it, so we'll see if we can work that out here. We'll probably go to the turn 4 cam instead for a little while, and he'll use that limited, but we will get probably a green flag waving on this one. All of our cameras right now are on the front row. We're getting ready to go. Green flag out back, Andy. Here we go. Everybody's on that 8 and 22 car.
Yes, it's Tripp and Hansen drive it down into turn 1. They'll straighten up that big run on the outside. Should help those outside cars, but I tell you what, the inside, Steve Schimmerhorn hanging in there in 3rd.
We're going to slide cameras back off turn 4. They're 3 wide. That 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to go back to that, probably the black number 7 car. That's our target right now. That is quite the battle. It looks like Schimmerhorn up front. We're going to kind of cover that battle as well. Black number 7, Richard Herzog's our target right now. And the white number 4 off of turn 4 right there, Steve Schimmerhorn. The white number 4 is who we're chasing.
Yeah, Steve Schimmerhorn's kind of a cool story. Steve came from the Enduro ranks and brought this car off of Eloy Bazan after Eloy decided that he wanted to go late model racing. Eloy, with the help of La Comissaria and Modesto, picked up that late model, sold this car to Steve, and ever since, Steve's been a big race winner in this 4 car.
Yep, big battle. Steve Schimmerhorn leading, but right now that black number 7 car, Richard Herzog, in fact, coming off of turn 4, we're going to slide back. We're going to stay right on that black 7 and the 41 of Howard Holden. That's our battle right now.
Yes, it is, and the battle now between the veteran Richard Herzog as Schimmerhorn, the 2018 Madera Speedway Hobby Stock Champion, leads them. This is big for Steve tonight. He's got big competition, probably the best he's had since he's been in that car.
Right now, we're going to slide all the way back to the black 25 car coming off at the start-finish line right now. That is Chuck Dozier, black number 25 car. He is carving his way through this pack. We're going to stay with that battle right now. Even though there's a great battle up front, we're going to stay with the 25 and 22 of Dozier for another lap, see if he can work his way into 4th. I think Dozier has a shot at winning this race tonight, Outback.
Yeah, if he can get up to these lead cars, Chuck Dozier and that Ryan Philpott built car, the 25 car, Chuck Dozier, now gets past Tristan Hansen, and once you got by Hansen, starting to pull out about a car length lead.
We're going to move all the way back up to the 2nd place battle. The black 7 car and the 41 is our next battle we're moving back towards. That is Richard Herzog and Howard Holden one more time going at it.
Yeah, still seeing, now we see the 7 of Richard Herzog, and he has Howard Holden behind him. But I tell you what, Steve Schimmerhorn doing a good job tonight. 50 laps. I think this is the longest race that Steve has done in that car. Let's hope he can keep the tires under it for the whole 50 laps tonight. The thing about it, Kenny, is with these treaded tires, its tire management is going to be super critical in these cars.
Well, and again, we're staying with that battle. It's kind of the top 3, but the 7 and 41 are the best battle on the track. That's where we're at, race fans. And that 7 and 41, again, you mentioned the tire. I think long-term, that's what you're seeing, a very patient pace. Lap 10 clicking off right now. You still got 40 tough laps to go. These cars are pretty heavy, too.
Yeah,
some are even heavier than our late models, so a lot of wear and tear on that tire.
Yeah, you got to keep hold of that tire, not blister that tire up, get it hot. Steve Schimmerhorn out of turn number 4. That's a nice line that Steve's running. that car. And Howard Holden has a bit of a break at the moment because it's quite a way back to Chuck Dozier in fourth. In fact, it's about the length of the straight, Kenny, back to Chuck Dozier. So Dozier would be hanging out here for a yellow.
Yep, that's our good battle still. Here comes Howard Holden on the inside, makes a move, almost makes contact. We're staying with that battle. There's some action elsewhere, but this is the best battle on the racetrack right now. And we're not able to use our starter cam right now. It's got a little glitch in it, so we're going to stay off of that or use it very limited. But that gives a great angle of them down into turn one. That angle right there is a good shot. Here comes Howard working the inside.
Right now, Howard Holden is the best friend for Steve Schimmelhorn because, along with that 7, Richard Herzog, because that's holding up Howard Holden from getting by. Holden hangs the tail out of turn number 4. Have to be careful not to throw that car sideways too many times and wear the tires on that 41 Fantasy Decals entry.
Here comes Holden to the inside. The best battle still the 7, 41. There's contact. We're with them. More contact. Got to be early. Got to be careful. Here we go. Big run on the inside. Big run on the inside. I think we're going to see some more contact. But Holden, as you mentioned out back, Andy, he's loose getting off that corner. That's not a good deal long term. He may burn that thing up. And like you were saying, that 7 car might be the 4 car's best friend right now.
Yes, he is. The 7, Richard Herzog.
In traffic heavy. Here comes Holden.
Yep.
Big time loose. Big time loose.
One of the Stearns cars run into trouble. May be going to the infield. That is the 6 car, or the 8. I believe it is the 6 car. Jojo Stearns pulls to the infield. Tough break for the Stearns racing team.
Once again, we are staying with the best battle on the racetrack, the 7 and 41. Howard Holden really working on the 7 car. That's our best battle, and that's where our cameras are pointed right now.
If you just joined us online, welcome along to Madera Speedway. This is our North State Hobby main event, over 50 laps.
Yep, and with this will be recorded actually for a YouTube production. We're holding up. We've got action down there. Yellow's out. 22 car. We've got action. 22 car. Cameras pointed down there. Let's see if we can get a close-up and see what. Make sure no smoke or anything coming off. So all of our cameras are pointed down there at 22 and turn 4.
Tristan Hansen, now the car that's turned it around down there.
Well, let's see though. Schimmelhorn's gained a lot of experience. Last year's track champion. He chose the high side of the racetrack. That tells you, look at Herzog going way up, trying to get some of that bite. That's a veteran move, getting some of that bite. We saw the kids last week in the MAVTV show, the cars that were down on the bottom would spin the tires. Herzog pushed a little bit, gets a little, oh boy,
yeah,
look at that.
Sideways.
Tank flapper, hang on, Snoopy. Right around the corner, here we go, back out on the track. Almost did not spin the thing.
Yeah, everybody missed Richard Herzog.
Caution looks to be coming out.
Caution's coming out.
Turn four is our action right now. Everybody down to turn 4, and what a wild ride that the 7 car went for. That actually all started out back, Andy, when Richard Herzog got tight in the middle, nudged the thing up across the racetrack, and then got a little kind of overdrove it from the tight side. They looked to me like they almost touched it. They didn't, and then it was a tank slapper all the way down the back straightaway. Look at the smoke coming out of the back of the 7 car. I'm not sure if it's broken oil line or something. 7 car in the infield. We're going to get a shot of it here, a close-up. And it looks to me actually just a good shot right there. We've got it. Doesn't need to be a close-up, but there was some smoke coming out of the back of that 7 car of Herzog.
Not much urgency in the crew down there on the Richard Herzog number 7 either. They're going to go and look. Maybe something may have gone on that car before it let go on Richard. They're looking right on the left front.
I'll tell you what, Outback Andy, that was a pretty wild ride. And you see all of that K-rail. We've got cameraman Thurman. Thurman normally does the lift for us. He's down there, and that's why he's going to be all the way inside that safest K-rail behind 3 pieces of K-rail, even though he stepped out right now. But that was probably a heck of a shot that went flying right past,
yes, it was.
Past him.
Miskell finds his way back to the starter stand with Josh. Johnny Miskell starter tonight for the North State Series. A very experienced starter too, Johnny Miskell. It's good to have him along.
Yeah, Johnny's something else. Boy, he waves a pretty flag, and then he'll wave that red, white, and blue American flag with the checkered flag. One of the prettier pictures you'll ever see is a nice close-up of that shot. looks like will probably be 1 to go this next time by, I'm guessing. Well, actually, they'll double up, and then we'll get 1 to go. Track's clean and clear. That was a lot of oil out on the track. We're about ready to go. We're on the front row with our cameras right now.
So you'll see them this time as they come by. They'll get signal to double it up. What will Steve Schimmelhorn done? Last time he chose the outside. I'm not quite sure that he will want to do that this time with the 25 car.
Well, good news.
Fast.
Good news, bad news there, Andy. I was thinking of Anthony in the tower and listening to them on the other channel, Steve. And he's thinking there's some nasty stuff up top. That put him right in the groove off of 1 and 2 with his right sides where that oil line is. That's one problem. Problem number 2 is Chuck Dozier. He drives the wheels off of that car on the outside. So it looks like it's going to be 1 to go right here. And let's see what the future holds for that number 4 car. Last year's track champion, Steve Schimmelhorn, holding off this North State Hobby Stock Series Challenge.
How it works out, you're sitting there in 4th place, the length of the straight behind. Suddenly, you get a run and you find yourself in 2nd place. With that incident happening down there with Howard Holden.
Lights are out right now, Outback Andy. Lights are out, and it's the 4 car that's our target, the 25 car, that front row, and anything happens there, you're going to see it right in the front row. We're going to watch the battle here. You've got Howard Holden right behind him. Holden peeking underneath right now. Big start, and it's the 25 car that gets the jump. Yeah, the 25 car got the jump. He'll want to try and get this car down to the inside if he can. Big run off at turn number 2 for the 25 car, Chuck Dozier. Well, the battle's for 2nd right now. We're going to slide back there. The 4 car, Steve Schimmelhorn. Like I told you out back, Andy, Schimmelhorn put that tire in that oil sideways off of turn 2. Bad news, and Holden ought to be able to just drive right by on the top if he can get any 4 bite. Holden's loose on the top, but look at that big run. Schimmelhorn again, right side in that oil path. That has absolutely been bad news for Schimmelhorn. Yeah, Steve needed to move that car up, and again, Steve getting in the oil out of turn number 4, props the car sideways. Oh, Dozier loose that time. Sorry about the interruption, but Dozier drove that thing up sideways and high, and he is loose. Holden's running him down. Holden's moved to the bottom side. Watch Dozier on the entry right here. The 25 car on the entry. If he gets loose, we see it. He moved down. That was a good move. Yeah, try and block that run. He knows that Howard Holden will have to make the inside pass and move, and Howard's going to be tough. These guys fought out a good dash tonight with Dozier getting the money over Howard Holden. Now Steve is trying to work out if he can stay with Howard Holden. Our battle's the top 3 with our 41 car kind of being the center of the sandwich. That's our target, 41 car for our cameras. Nice battle. Schimmelhorn's moved back upstairs, but got loose right there. So the front 2 has moved downhill, Schimmelhorn's moved uphill, and Schimmelhorn's actually closing in on that pack. Yeah, that time lost a little ground out of turn 2, but certainly ground in 3 and 4. Last time he was making up ground, I think, again in 3 and 4. So loose out of turn 4, lost a little bit more ground. So slowly, these guys up front. Now, once they get to racing each other, we often see this, it slows down the pace. That's the chance for Schimmelhorn to get back up there and try and get to mix it up with Howard Holden and the 25 of Chuck Dozier. Absolutely, the battle right now, the 41 cars, our battle, all cameras are on. Watch as our turn 3 cameraman, Thurman, is going to be nice and smooth through the corner and give us a heck of a shot all the way around the corner. He's going to sweep that thing. What a battle. Big battle for the lead. Yeah, battle for lead, Holden to the inside. Ho, Howard Holden, a very experienced hobby stock racer. Chuck Dozier. Well, we've seen Chuck win a bunch of races here at Madera. Door to door, wheel to wheel in turn 3. Holden slides a little bit. He's a little bit loose. Dozier's got a big run on the top. What a battle for the lead. Lap number 28. This is one get it on hobby stock race right now. Back Andy, side by side down the back straightaway. Yeah, race is scheduled for 50 laps for our hobby stocks tonight. So here we go. Coming out of turn number 4, it's Howard Holden just over Chuck Dozier. Howard Holden down into turn 1 right now. Dozier still comes making a big run back on the outside. Look at the drive down the back straightaway. Holden tries to hold him off. Big pressure from the 25. Yeah, Dozier put his nose ahead at some stage. Now it will be Howard Holden by about the front fender that time. It is. Holden gets loose on entry. Now we've got Schimmelhorn driven all the way back up to their back bumper. Like you said, here comes Dozier back on the outside. What a battle out back, Andy. Yeah, the 41 of Howard Holden's got to slow the pace down a little, try and slow Chuck Dozier down, put him to the outside. Yeah, but a problem like you talked about, Holden is on the bottom of the track. He's burning that right rear tire up. Big problem right now. He's a little bit loose. I think Dozier can wear him out. And if Schimmerhorn's smart, he's going to drive right up to there. Oh, Dozier out of the groove, into the marbles.
And Steve Schimmerhorn now takes over second place. Good job, Steve Schimmerhorn. I'm really impressed with Steve Schimmerhorn as a race car driver. He has improved lap after lap in this car.
Dozier just made a big mistake. Now Schimmerhorn looks to have the best handling race car. Holden is actually loose off of the exit, and he still has 23 rotations around this 1/3 mile to make, 17 rotations around. So still almost a full main event for the locals, but he's got to take care of that right rear. Look at him loose right there in the 41 car.
Yeah, Howard's starting to get loose with that more horsepower than he has than Steve Schimmerhorn. So Schimmerhorn now, let's take a look at it. He's about 2 car lengths behind Howard Holden. Howard stepping it up. Let's hope Howard can keep the tires, like Kenny said. You got to keep the tires underneath these cars. And maybe Chuck Dozier burnt the tires off that big 25 car with all that passing you do and trying to drive up with where you've got length of straight behind.
Definitely loose on the 25 car. The 4 car looks to be the most stable. The 41 is loose, but sometimes loose is fast, and hopefully he's got enough right rear for the next 14 laps we have left in this North State Hobby Stock Series main event.
Yep, so Howard Holden continues on his way, and he continues to increase his lead. This time he increases out to about 4 car lengths over Schimmerhorn. Schimmerhorn seems really good in 3 and 4. Howard's better in 1 and 2. And Chuck Dozier is really struggling with grip on that 25 car. And they're going to come to a lap car here real soon. That will be Michaela Stearns that they come up to.
The race on the track right now, our cameras are pointed out, is basically the leader. The 41 car, he's all by himself. Things have singled out. We've got 13 laps to go in this race, and the 41's our target. He has caught traffic, but Howard Holden's really got things settled in. Looks like he's in control of this. $750 to win. Hobby stock main event. Just 12 more rotations around this track. Oh, a little loose. Holden got in deep right there and got sideways, came up across the racetrack.
Yeah, Howard getting past that 20 car. Howard has given it all he's got aboard that 41 car. Like you say, still 11 laps to go. So Howard needs to preserve, but needs to keep that 4 car at bay. Now Schimmerhorn has fallen way off the pace from Howard Holden.
Just 11 laps to go. It looks like 10 to go this time by Schimmerhorn, and that number 4 car is bad loose. We're probably going to slide our cameras. We're going to slide cameras back to the number 4 car. He's in second place. We'll do our best. And we'll see if we get to a shot. Schimmerhorn is a little ways back. Lap 41 coming up of the 50 lapper.
Big push from the 25 car getting into 10. So that car is ugly on the handling compared to what it was a little earlier when he was going toe-to-toe with Howard Holden.
Yep,
Steve
what we've
Schimmerhorn.
got here out back, Andy, Steve Schimmerhorn, the number 4 car, our leader cam will stay on. Alex that's running our leader cam, she'll stay on the leader, so she's on the 41 no matter what happens. So we've got a shot. There we go. Look at that flagman. Pretty animated flagman, isn't he? That was a good shot of him.
Yes, he is.
Looks like Juan and the boys did a good job and stabilized that shot. We had a connection problem with sun vision. They're beautiful sunset. We can see right there as the car steps speed. Oh, look at Schimmerhorn almost into the back of the 22 car in second place.
Yeah, Tristan Hansen, and normally in the Madera Hobby Stocks, Tristan's been running pretty close to Steve Schimmerhorn. Tonight goes a lap down behind Holden and Schimmerhorn. Howard Holden, I think, is putting it into cruise mode with 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go. It'll be 4 time next time by. 4 times to go, actually. And the 41 car is going to be our target off turn 4. Everything's switching to the 41 car right now. Schimmerhorn we saw in second, but it's Howard Holden. Just 4 rotations to go until he gets $750 if he can make it to the start-finish line. You never know.
You never do know.
Never know.
3.5 laps left to go for Howard Holden. Steve Schimmerhorn just hoping you're
Well,
praying.
here we go out back in. We've got a speed shot off turn 4 right now. Howard Holden comes flying by. Schimmerhorn's loose and driving with everything he's got. Look at Johnny letting him know, move out of the way. And Schimmerhorn is not far off him with 2 to go. But, you know, Holden gets a flat tire or something goes amiss. The engine starts missing. You never know. You've got to dig with everything you've got to try and make this thing work right now.
First race we've seen this year for Howard Holden back in the hobby stock. He's been leasing out his late models, so doing a good job tonight aboard that car. Down the back section, it's all Howard Holden. We'll see the white flag this time from Johnny Miskell. Third of a mile left to go for that 41 car, Howard Holden.
White flag this time by. What's going to happen next time is When that Howard Holden car, the 41, comes to the start-finish line, you'll see all the cameras freeze right on the flagman. They'll all stop right at the flagman when this 41 car, Howard Holden, off of turn 4, $750 victory, frozen. Look at those pretty flags. Look at that.
Yeah,
that American
beautiful
flag waving. We'll probably, oh, look at that shot right there. How pretty is that? Johnny, he's kind of famous for that flag wave. Boy, he gets busy with that.
Yep, Howard
Holden's
Holden
arms. Wow.
getting to victory lane from Steve Schimmelhorn and Chuck Dozier, followed by Tristan Hansen.
Well, out back, Andy.
20 car.
Time for you to head to victory lane like the old days, and double duty for the grandstand announcing and the TV show. This is kind of old-fashioned way of doing it. We're on with Howard Holden right now. Here we go. Big burnout. Staying on the 41 car. See if he runs out of real estate. Not bad. Just and he parks it in victory lane.
Yeah, you know, we knew the plan was from the get-go is to fall in line, follow Richard or Chuck to the front, see which one was going to go faster. You know, we got stuck behind Richard trying to take it easy, save the tires, not abuse the brakes. I got into Richard, you know, twice or something like that, nothing intentional. I let him go. I don't want to win a race like that. Then we had that caution, and Steve took the bottom on Chuck. I was like, what the heck are you doing? But okay, this is going to be easy pickings now. After that, after we cleared Steve, running a good race with Chuck, and then I guess he just moved up or was getting too tight, so we had to move up, and I was like, this is just falling into my lap now. And tires didn't go away, thank God.
$750 richer tonight for Ho-Ho Howard Holden back in victory lane at Madera Speedway. Well, race fans, he led this race tonight for a bunch of laps. 2018 Madera Speedway Hobby Stock Champion Steve Schimmelhorn. Wow. They brought out the big guns tonight. Chuck Dozier, Howard Holden, and, of course, Richard Herzog. Man, oh, man, this car was very, very fast early. And then you got behind and drove back past Chuck Dozier. So, man, oh, man, we'd sit on air tonight with Kenny. You're improving every race out in this car. You get faster and faster. I'm sure you're going to win one of these North State Hobby races real soon.
That'd be nice. Congratulations to Howard. I want to thank Choppers, Oakers, Country Fair Seminoles, the Oak Room, you know, Fortney Towing, all these people that make it possible. Without them, I couldn't be here. And it was fun to lead, but caution happens, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, we're watching too. In turns 1 and 2, looked like Howard was better in 1 and 2, but you were certainly better out of 3 and 4.
I tried. I had to change my line because there's a lot of oil still in the ground over there from the oil down. So I just tried to stay out of it and keep traction.
Steve Schimmelhorn, second place tonight. That's a solid drive for Steve Schimmelhorn tonight in second place. Move along to third place tonight. Well, took the win in the dash. Chuck Dozier, unfortunately, got way behind at the start of this race. Caution came out, and that grouped it up. And you got to start up front there, but a bit of a slip, and then Steve got by you. But third place tonight, that's a great way to start the season in this North State Hobby Series.
Yeah, definitely. It was. I wasn't really sure how the race was going to start from the beginning, and just kind of being patient. And once we went for a little bit of a run, then my car wasn't exactly the way that I wanted it to be. And then when the oil went on the track, it really didn't help me out. But hey, all in all, it was a good day. In third place, won the dash. Come back next time.
Yeah, got that $100 to the dash as well, so that was pretty cool. This Norcal Paul Service Philpotts Race Cars car was pretty fast tonight. So, like we say, we'll look forward to seeing you back next time to battle Howard Holden, Steve Schimmelhorn, Herzog, and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, we'll go back and do some work for sure and make it faster for next time. I want to thank my wife and NorCal Pole Service and Philpott Race Cars for all the help that they do for me.
Chuck Dozier tonight, solid third place. Steve Schimmelhorn second, and Howard Holden got the win. Dennis Brown is the pace setter. He's the car on the inside, the pole car, so he sets the pace for this start.
Lights are out, 1 to go. Down the back straightaway they roll. The 11 car, we're going to try this again. Our target will be the 11 and the 40, and we're going to keep an eye on Patrick Geiger as he comes up into this. Nice and tight. Here we go out back, Andy.
Yes, side by side. Here we go. Pace builds out of turn number 4. That's a great side-by-side start from Brandon. Got a good start that time. Now Bert's got to be careful here because he's got Labrie right behind him. Slots in behind Dennis Brandon. So Brandon runs it down into turn number 3.
But what I'm watching is Patrick Geiger in that 3rd position. Big roll on the outside. Let's see if he can roll the outside. Stevens really wanted the bottom. Geiger's not afraid of the top, and here he comes.
Yeah, we've seen this 11 car can win races. Dylan Tucker drove it last year. Drove this car to a race win. So we know this car, the 11 car, is fast, holding out that 40. And here comes Mr. Leap now. He's about to leap around the outside of Bert Stevens, although pushed up the racetrack. That time, Patrick Geiger.
The 40 car's our target, going back to the inside for the lead. Big lead change right now. 40 car down the back straightaway of Brennan. Look at this battle. Then you got the 9 car. I mean, they are 2x2, side by side. Looks like a high-speed pace lap.
Yeah, the Reynolds brothers just can't get by at the moment. They have not passed any cars. Ryan Bowman is the car that's quite some distance behind. We don't even see him in the shot.
Our target right now is going to be that 9 car as we come off of turn 4. We're going to slide back to the 9 car side by side. Patrick Geiger on the outside. The 9 car on the inside fair. I mean, I'm kind of partial to number 9. That's why I ended my career with it. It actually has the same shape. It's kind of got a Mountain Dew look. I'm kind of cheering for that 9 car right now out back, Andy.
Yeah, that's the great looking car, great driver.
Oh, little bump draft by Geiger, little bump in, but he messed himself up, knocked the momentum off, and went from what looked like was going to be a 2nd place run to a 5th place position.
Bert Stevens now has got a clear lead over Brandon. Brandon will be his best friend because if he can hold up Labrie and those Reynolds cars along with Mr. Lee, and this thing goes green all the way, Bert will love this the way it's going right now.
Absolutely, Bert Stevens will love that, but the number 9 car is our target. We've got a big battle. He's trying to come forward. You got the 10 car of Reynolds coming, actually putting a lot of pressure on his back bumper. The 9 car is our target right now out back, Andy.
This is Scott Labrie trying to get to the inside of Brandon. This is the best run we've seen from Brandon for some time. Now Labrie clears Brandon coming out of turn 2. Normally the car on the outside has the advantage out of 2.
Not now, though. There must have been a little draft involved in that one because he pulled 2 more. Both Reynolds boys pulled right forward. Now, the Reynolds brothers, like you said, they're usually really fast. Tonight it looks like they're having a little bit of issue back there.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to find a way past Scott Labrie, and he's going to make it super hard. He was super hard to pass in the Toyota sedan, so they're going to have to bump draft him out of the way or do something here or get a really good run on that 9 car.
Well, here's an issue with bump drafting. You have to get to his bumper to bump draft, right?
Well,
and look at this. Here's a good run. Look at a good view right here. Really tidy, but that 9 car is, there's your bump. There's your bump right there off the corner. So you forecast that. Maybe you ought to be in the weather business, but with race cars.
Sean Reynolds did a good job to back out that, let Kyle Labrie go after he hooked him up on that left rear quarter pound.
2 car lengths he lost. So it's lap 10 right now, going to lap 30. Does that take another 3 or 4 laps to gain that real estate back? But they are closing in on Bert Stevens.
Yeah, Bert's dropping off the pace right now. Bert was not super good in qualifying today. He got out-qualified by Kyle Labrie and everybody else. These fast 4 cars, they're super fast on this Madera Speedway.
Well, and right now we're still with the 9 car. That's our target in 2nd, but you see it compressing. The 9 car is getting closer to the 40 of Dirt Bert Stevens. He's off the pace, even though he's not off the pace, but he's backing him up. And then you've got the 2 Reynolds brothers coming in. We've got a 4-car battle developing for the lead.
Yeah, Bert had about a 5 or 6 car length break on Labrie, and Labrie has closed it right up to a car length now between him, his back bumper and the front bumper of his car. So Bert is under pressure, and Sean Reynolds to the inside of the 9 Labrie. They touch. It's action on the racetrack.
To the inside, and the 9 car holds him off. We've got the cameras targeting all those. The 9 touch. Around he goes off the bumper of the 10. That's going to be the 9 and the 10 in order to the rear.
Yep, trouble for Bert now because the 33 of Ryan Reynolds will line up alongside him on the restart. Who the bad boy that time, Sean Reynolds, and right behind him, the 88 of Ryan Bowman.
Here we come to the green. Bert Stevens is our target, the 40 car. The 33 is going to make a run on the outside. This is going to get really exciting to see if that 33 can clear him down the back straightaway, and he makes short work of it.
Yeah, got that run up on the high line. That's where the drive is out of the turn. But put that 33 to the outside. I would have put him to the inside.
We're going to slide back off turn 4, third place, Patrick Geiger. We've got a pile, 4 cars in a pile. They're looking for a place to wreck right now from what it looks like to me. 4 cars fighting for one spot.
Yeah, the 11 of Brown gets away. This is impressive tonight for Dennis Brown. He's got away from that 9 car then. Drove away and missed a leap, and the 10 of Sean Reynolds. Reynolds won't like this because he's right there in the points. Probably our points leader in this division.
Don't know how they made it through there. I'm telling you, they were looking for a spot to wreck. They're back side by side again. They are throwing down. The leaders are single file. We'll catch up with you later. The 11 car slides uphill a little bit, side by side, down the front straightaway, almost hits the wall again.
Yeah, good 4-car battle. Labrie gets around the outside of the 11 car. So Labrie now moves himself up into second.
Here they come off at turn 4, the 11 car, Brennan. He's got 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. It is getting busy. Geiger tries to go to the top. Little bit of bumper high out of the outside, and around goes the 11 car. We saw that coming about 3 laps ago out back in.
Yeah, you called it. They were looking for somewhere to drag that incident. So Patrick's dropped to the back.
Yep, they did. They blamed Geiger for that one, but I'm not so sure. I guess it was just hard to put all 4 cars in the rear because they were all trying to wreck. 33 car of Reynolds up off the corner. Quan makes a little bit of a late switch, but not doing bad. Down the front straightaway we come. And a big run by Stevens this time.
Yes, Bert trying to get a run on the outside. It won't happen. He'll drop that car down because he is in a Reynolds sandwich right now. He is Ryan in front of him and Sean right behind him.
Yep, and we've got our target right now is the 40 car in second place because what might be the race winner is in that 10 car. And if he can make short work out of the 40, he can go up there and chase his brother. But the 40 car, good forward bite off the corner. The 10 slides, and the 10 and the 40 are our target right now.
Yes, the 10 car, Sean Reynolds running a very, very, very strong third place, trying to find a way past Bert Stevens.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Bert Stevens got a little bit goofy on the entrance there, boxed it up, got a little sideways. The 9 car, look at him rolling right behind. He's going to put pressure on the 10, which will make him the best friend of the 40. Right now, lap 21, going to lap 30, and Geiger and the 11 are trying to wreck again back there, fighting for 5th place.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Bert is getting squirrely in front of that 10 car. He's going to make this car as wide as he can, drive this car all over the racetrack, and really annoy that 10 car of Sean Reynolds because Bert's just making it very, very hard to pass.
Well, and you're right. He's making it hard to pass. So the target is the 40 and the 10. Best race on the track. But I'll tell you what, we can't show you right now, but off camera, the 11 and the 21 are absolutely trying to find the fence. The 11 goes around his own. Turn 4. Quan will get us a switch off turn 4. Lightning fast fingertips. And we're getting close. Nope, we don't have a turn 4. Sorry about
that.
Yellow
flag.
Yellow flag's out. Kylie and Alex. Kylie will give us a shot of that 11 car coming down off of turn 4 right now. That's the one that went around. Poor Quan was hustling so bad he was trying to find the cameras we had shut off. We're saving the cameras from the start-finish line for the next big race. And old Quan, boy, he was fired off on those things. And I said move, and he was moving, but it was nothing there.
So Dennis Brennan will drop to the back. We're way, way to the back. Had a good race going tonight, Dennis Brennan, involved in a couple of incidents.
Looks like we should be doubled up right here. And yeah, the 11 car goes to the back. Geiger actually didn't touch him in that corner.
Yep.
He got him at the other end, but he spun on that corner. So that's one Geiger's not blamed for. Is the good news. Bad news, he's only 1 spot ahead, clear back there, just ahead of that 11 car. So he might not be happy with him because of the corner before. Here we go out back, Andy. Lights are out. Front row's our target, 33 and 40, but I think the 10's going to try and come through in a hurry on the bottom.
Yeah, Bert's got to do what he did last time. Let Ryan go, try and drop in there, but I'm not sure it's going to happen this time. See, Bert lets that 33 go, and then he'll try and get down the turn and shut the gate on that 10 car. Exactly what happened, Kenny.
I think who was at fault there? Our target's the 40 right here. Good battle. But I think who was at fault? The 10 car's getting terrible restarts, so he wasn't able to get in there. Coming to lap 24, 6. Oh, white flag. White flag. The race official said that's that. It's 25 laps tonight. And so our battle is absolutely the 40 and the 10. We're all going to slide to the leader. It'll be the leader, and we're going to freeze at the start-finish line right here, and it is the 33 car of
Ryan Reynolds takes the win from Dirtbird Stevens. Then it's Sean Reynolds. It's main event winner for our MSTs, and it is 2 in a row for Ryan Reynolds. Wow, I tell you what, 2 in a row feels good. Know you've been fighting with your brother a lot here for these race wins lately, and Bert started out the season getting the win. He's fast this year. These MSTs, I tell you what, when you go back to about 6th place, you guys are all capable of winning races out here.
Oh yeah, everybody in our class, a bunch of great drivers, good cars. You know, everybody works their butt off on these things to try and get them fast. And it's good to see that, you know, Kyle LeBray, everybody there, everyone's, the top 5 is within tenths of a second, so it's real competitive.
Yeah, it's good to get another win. That's your two in a row. We'll see you back next time, see if you make it 3 in a row, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say congrats to Sean and Bert for the podium, and yeah, hopefully we can go for 3 in a row. That'd be pretty awesome. I want to say thanks to our sponsors for helping us out. Leap Auto Body and Truck Repair, and Herzog Roofing, KMA Fabrication, Product 41, everybody that helps us out.
Great win tonight for Ryan Reynolds. That's 2 in a row. We'll see if he can back it up with 3 in a row next race. Our 2nd place finisher tonight for the MSTs goes to the 2017 Madera Speedway MST champion, Bert Stevens. I tell you what, he started the year out great, had the win, kind of like backtracked a little bit, but tonight, good solid 2nd place. You led this thing for quite a while, but man, oh man, those starts, you were keen. I see what you're doing up there. I was picking it to Kenny on the telecast. You were trying to go with Ryan, and then try and duck down and block that inside run. It was working out perfect for you tonight. Sean wasn't quite getting the restart, so he was giving it up to you on the restarts. But great job, 2nd place, and finding more speed out of this car again.
Yeah, we're working on it. These guys are fast, man. I don't know what I'm going to do to catch these guys, but we're happy. So.
Another good points night for you tonight, 2nd place points night.
Yep. Thank you.
Bert Stevens tonight, 2nd place, and a great points night for him. We'll catch him back next time. We'll go down to 3rd place to stop him from getting down to the inside line. Although I think if you could have blocked him a little on the starts, you would have been running right behind Sean.
Yep, it was a crazy race. I actually think I had the car to win, but I nudged Kyle over there, spun him out, got penalized. Then on the restarts, my car was overheating a little bit, so I was getting a little bit of a sputter, so I was losing power. It was definitely the hot engine light was on.
Oh, good points night even so for you guys. Again tonight, 3rd place, so it's another good points night for you.
Yep, good point night. We're trying to take the championship this year.
Sean Reynolds has had some wins this year, and another good points night. 3rd place to him tonight. 2nd went to Bert Stevens, and the win going to Sean's brother, Ryan Reynolds.